So, man, but man, what a great show, man. It's probably one of my
Oh,
favorite.
we're not done yet. There was something that happened that I'm not gonna say that I have an issue with because at some point I was just like, all right, fuck it, let it happen. But Tory Lanez got sentenced to 10 years.
How do we not Slim? How did dog? Oh, you know why I didn't see that on my subject list? It was in your section.
Yeah.
I also okay. So I did a poll before we get started on that. I want you to really go in on that, right? Officially. Oh wow, this poll. My poll on Instagram. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes. Yes, say he deserved to get locked up for 10 years. I'm not going to name the people, but
Meanwhile, Melly is about to get off. It's looking like what
what,
they said is a mistrial.
one of these people loves "Murder on Your Mind" song too. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, you laughing at him murdering his mans, but somebody with actually no evidence when it's evidence with no evidence, and y'all still don't. Okay, we're gonna get into it. But look, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yeses. 1, 15 no's.
Ah,
So, and most of them were women. So for the women out here that think this wasn't women, it was mostly women that had 15 no's. Just to let
no,
you know.
yeah.
What do you feel about this, Tiff? Speak on this, how you feel, because we had a video before about this. He got sentenced now. How do you feel about it?
Okay. So if I have to go the political way, the judicial way, the way that it went in court, boo wah, I see why he got locked up. Hundred
Okay.
percent see why he got locked up.
Okay.
And that's why after a while I got tired of arguing with people because at the end of the day I'm arguing like
Who you arguing with nobody, bro. You arguing with nobody
I'm
essentially.
arguing with brainwashed motherfuckers. That's and I'ma say it. I'ma say
Okay.
it. I'm arguing
Okay.
with brainwashed motherfuckers because it's like, yeah, now we done got to the court point because motherfuckers didn't shut up. But you know what I'm saying? During the court case, I'm glad they silenced him. Now looking back, I can see why they silenced him because you was already just talking. He should have just left well enough alone. And
Yeah.
when they went to court, he should have been ready to tell what happened because I don't care what nobody say. That
He innocent.
that damn Kelsey girl is the problem.
It's
I
Kelsey,
don't
bro.
care what
Kelsey did
nobody
it, bro.
Kelsey girl. There would have, if you ask me, and probably a whole bunch of other people, there would have never been a gun involved if Kelsey wasn't there. And the thing that I can't, that I will say does irritate my soul, and I be like, I hate when people feel so strongly, but if I'm gonna go back and forth with a person on what happened, the thing that irritates my soul is y'all look over the fact that Meg was on some drunk shit that night. And everybody be like, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Okay, because if you ever been around a motherfucker who was on some drunk shit one night, what they want, they nigga. So this girl got drunk and she pressed this nigga to come see her. But that ain't really her nigga. So he get to the party with somebody he interested in, Kylie. Somebody
Copy.
already hit Kelsey. You get what I'm saying? He barely paying you attention. So now you mad you want to leave on some drunk shit.
Yep.
Then, like the whole night, you getting into it with people, you being on some drunk shit all night. And then the gun, like this girl end up doing what she, like I end up getting locked up because you was on some drunk shit. But that's why I was like, overall, men got to do better. He was fake trying to be a player, and that shit backfired. Once I realized that that's all ultimately what happened, fuck it then. And even in the end of it, if I don't care, y'all can call me a snitch. I'd rather be free. I'ma tell what happened. If I know for a fact that girl pulled that gun out that car, I'm gonna go out my way to prove that girl pulled that gun out that car.
Mm, mm.
Period. He bullshitted too much. He bullshitted too much. Cause I ain't even gonna hold you. When I heard the hospital conversation, I already knew that Kelsey knew something. Then I found out what she went to school for. What was it, PR, some shit like that?
Yep. She know how to play the game,
Yeah,
bruh.
girl know how to talk. She already knew what it was. She about to outsmart all y'all, and she was the most sober.
Ooh, see, when the most sober is involved, you can definitely beat the case then. Because they're like, you ain't do shit. You were sober. You saw everything.
Said on multiple times she went to sleep because she was drunk. When she woke up, she was sober. She was irritated with me. You said in so many.
Everybody was. Everybody was.
Huh?
Everybody was.
Everybody was, but you woke up, you was sober, you was ready to go, and this bitch wanted to wait for her nigga. Then you found out the nigga that she was waiting for is Tory, the nigga that you been talking to. Now she doing all this, she faking. Yeah, you gonna pull a gun out because you're the most sober, but you not sober. You still got a little liquor in you too. Get it out of here. But I guarantee you, when them shots went off, it sobered everybody up. So she knew what to do. She went into the mode of, yeah, I'm gonna protect myself, as she should.
And speaking of crimes, which is wild, Lil Durk and his brother got mentioned in the FBI informant case file. They're gonna be in the RICO of FBG Duck's murder. We're gonna have one rapper left, but it's gonna be me left, bro. At the end of the day, golly. But you know what's crazy?
I think it's looking like it might be me too, son. I might be coming back.
That's talk about this as soon as I talk about Tory. See, this is my thing about Tory. Okay, he's very similar to my brother, right? I'm gonna just say experience. My brother, he had no. It was literally no evidence for his case. My brother was serving 78 years right now, and you know what the judge said to him? Put out his mouth. You think you got like you think he was arrogant. He like you arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Because the case was so sweet. My brother was acting like Tory, just like Tory. Judge literally said, "I'm gonna make an example out of you."
That's all. I said that.
So when I saw when that sentence happened, I said, "Oh, the first thing I told everybody, oh yeah, that was example. That was called example. That's called when a judge shows example.
Out of him. That's it.
That's example.
Down, boy.
He like, oh, you going around talking shit about the case, talking shit about who you going against. Because look, y'all, he was going against the state of California. He wasn't going against Megan Stallion. That's always remember that. You feel me? Also, even though I'm not trying to get conspiracy in it like his father was, you were dealing with somebody who is part of a powerful corporation, which is under, I shall not name their corporation, only because of personal things tied in, personal. Their top dog is in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So you was already playing with fire, my boy. You feel what I'm saying? And when you making music videos and tweets and all that stuff like that, they were just sitting there like this. Bro, really think it's a game right now, or trying to get. I understand he was trying to get that support of everybody. Be like, I didn't do it, but like you said, I wish he would have been silent. But everything happens for a reason. I think it's gonna sit him down and make him realize. Everybody gonna realize, bro. With females, especially if it's a case against a female, bro, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be as humble as possible. And I'm not saying being fake, but if you gotta fake it, fake it. I'm sorry this happened. He should have been doing that what he was doing at the end at the beginning. Now, man, I'm gonna just say straight up, because I watch academic streams, I get into whatever, but he got the details. You a lying ass bitch. Let's get straight after that. You feel me? Let's get right to that. You lied, shorty. Straight up. Kelsey, you a smooth criminal motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because you skated, I skated out that bitch because you shot that girl. I don't care what nobody say. Bruh didn't shoot that girl, bruh. You shot that girl, bruh. Straight up. You feel what I'm saying? And because look, I'm literally in the middle of seeing two best friends beef right now. You wanted to shoot that bitch to make her realize, stop playing with me, shorty. You think because you married the Stallion and you think because you got your little clout right now, you gonna fuck a nigga that I was fucking? You feel what I'm saying? And then she was known already for banging her friends and banging everybody in the industry. You think Kelsey didn't know that? So she like, dang, I finally got my piece and you bang them. Because you're drunk. And I bet she blamed it on the lick. You feel me? Was acting like it was the lick. Man, you ruined our whole time. What? And then you wouldn't even let my boy get Kylie. They said Kylie was the whole time feeling, brother. And
Yeah.
that's because whole T, she already wasn't feeling her baby father, and this the nigga that pressed her baby father. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Tory straight up told Cuz, look, you can tell everybody get out this bus and we can get down. What's up? I was, I, I was like, even I
I
was
didn't
shocked.
see that.
Tiff, that's when I knew Tory wasn't no sucker. He told Travis Scott straight up, bruh, I ain't trying to hear none of that. If you beefing with me, everybody can get on this bus and me and you can get down. He said, no, bro, it's not like that. I said, oh, Kylie was going to give him the box. She said, oh, this the nigga that pressed my baby father that I'm beefing with? My man Tory came up like a submarine. He's like, man, Meg saw that shit. And apparently that night, one of Meg's peoples, some stuff ended up missing. Meg's peoples had the stuff in Kylie's house. No, that's what they said. And that came from Kylie's sister. Who's Kylie's sister?
It's a bunch of them.
Academic said this came from your sister. He was drunk. You know, academics got off the hand. He said this came from your sister. That Meg's people, somebody stole something, and then Meg was making a big deal. So that was already a thing before Tory. You know what I'm saying? So all the factors or whatever, man, she ain't do that shit, man. I don't care what they say. Fuck him. Free Tory. You feel what I'm saying? He'll be home soon. Trust me. Trust and believe he'll be home soon.
I do not believe he'll be home soon, but when he do get home, I feel like he'll be powerful.
What's soon to you?
4 to 5 years. He gonna do at least 4 to 5. Excuse me. He gonna do at
That's
least
what I
4 to
mean by
5
soon.
years.
We on the same page. That's what I mean by soon. I'm thinking soon is 5 years for me. I'm like, that's soon.
When he do hit the ground, I feel like he gonna hit the ground running, and I don't think it's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna be apologetic, because I feel like a lot of people said their apologies before when they realize what happened. If you realize, and that was another thing, I'm pay attention. Everybody like, oh, y'all supporting this nigga, man. The industry know more shit than we know. We're the public, bro. They know more than we know. It's a reason why Rick Ross took back what he said. He publicly said one thing and then he publicly took that shit back.
He definitely did. Everybody was publicly apologizing, unfollowing, saying little whatever, because everybody knew what the fuck really was going on.
And then if you realize 2020, 2022 was lit for Tory because everybody was fucking with him again. When everybody found out what happened, they was back fucking with him. He was with everybody. And that's why
I'm glad you bringing this back up, Tiff. I'm glad you bring this up because I'm thinking about all these niggas that was backpedaling like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
When they really all the details.
That's why I said my concern more so is for Meg, and I don't think she's gonna lose support. But if people in the industry are smart, they're not gonna bang with her too tough. They might do a feature, but they're gonna hit her with a future feature where you gotta pay an arm and a leg to get it.
And
I'm not fucking with you.
And he
did anything on that song. He did anything on that song. He did anything on that song. He not
she
fucking
tried to
with
play,
you.
and that's how you know she green. Because I was like, no, he basically so you sent him the song. He made the engineer make the beat out of the beat. He redid it and did his own song, did multiple verses, and then sent you back and said, figure it out.
And paid you what did he say, $250 for that?
She paid $250 for that joint. Bruh. And he was popping at the time.
He was killing shit at the time.
I'm talking about Meg too. Meg was popping it up where that should have just been like we was in the studio feature. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga said she had to run and tell her manager to go get $250 now. Future just threw a number out. $250.
I don't want to do that shit. And that's what she about to have to deal with.
And listen, I already see it in the industry, and I'm listening to some fans that like her music. They like it don't hit the same. It's just not hitting. Her fan base
is not going to, because she know what it is. She know what it is. She know it was Kelsey. She know. She knows she sent that boy away. That shit ain't looking the way she thought it was going to look.
Her and Party still together?
No.
For real?
No, they been broke up.
So she really by herself on this island. Now, yeah, she gonna be paying for features for the rest of her fucking life. Um, cause you could have just came out. You try to go to Gail and you shot me. Sorry, you shot me.
Because you gotta think about it like this: what artist in their right mind gonna get too close to her knowing what she'll do?
And that's your and then like and that level of line is like where you went to like court, where you went to court with it. Oh
Ain't
yeah,
nobody about the
no.
reasons why Future sent her what he sent her, and yeah, I'm not doing nothing. You're not about to get the chance to lie on me, bitch. That's how all these niggas about to look at her.
Cause I could be around you, keep lie about anything.
And before anybody that's watching being like, oh, everybody want to keep calling her a liar. The reason why we're calling her a liar is because, yeah, as much as y'all want to call it personal, she should have came out and said what it was at first. She did not. She lied every time. Every time she pushed her lie back just a little bit, only for it to unfold if that was a lie. And then that was a lie. She, again, like you said, oh, I ain't never did nothing with him. Sat in Gail's face. Gail asked her, did you? No. No, I did not. That was your time. That was your moment to shine. But you should have came out the gate and said what it was. I was messing with my friend's dude, somebody that I put her on to.
So when people say this, that it wasn't even Meg's fault, it was California charged them. We got here because of Meg, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we all got here because of Meg. Because if Meg would have just took her drunk ass home by herself with her friend and left Tory at the party the way he wanted to stay originally, we wouldn't be talking about this shit. She left and came back and got him.
And Tory said,
Called him there. She was doing too much. They put her, even EJ said that shit. We put her in the car. They left. She probably did way too much in the car, which made the driver turn back around and go back. Oh, she want Tory. All right, we going back. She probably drunk out her mind. Kelsey sitting there like, this bitch really been fucking with this nigga. Like, that's probably her putting two and two together right then and there.
Tiff, you know you just revealed to me that they went back for this man.
Yeah, son, you didn't know that? EJ sat on the stand and told this story. You know who EJ is, right? The hairstylist dude. He be wearing a little silk press. He got the big.
Yeah.
Yeah. He told this
That
story
guy,
on the
he's in the picture with
stand.
her. Yeah. It was like, yeah, it was like, he
Yeah.
over.
Because
Yeah.
he was irritated. Everybody was ready to go.
And this bitch came all now, and like, even as the court system, I'd have been like, bro, that was like she provoked the situation, bro. Like, you literally provoked it. You went back to a situation.
That's the only reason why I have no sympathy, no remorse, no none of that shit. I'm sorry. Things would have went totally different if you weren't drunk doing too fucking much.
I agree. Now, like, I'm
At
completely
all levels of the night. At all levels of the night. We
Yep.
want to sit here now. We're about to say, oh, he deserves 10 years because this bitch couldn't control her liquor, son. I don't care what nobody say. It's not a sexist thing. It is what it is. At no point of the night was she in control of herself.
I agree, son. Because once the alcohol gets involved, automatically the court should have looked at it as like, bruh, she was doing things out of her being drunk, obviously. So if she was drunk, obviously enough to go back and do all this, how the fuck would she know who shot her, bruh? I'm gonna be real with
She
you.
don't know who shot her.
No, you
And
don't.
that's why Tory should have just told the truth. Because the only person that had the motive to shoot her was Kelsey.
Because right, why would Tory shoot you? Because you pulled
Oh,
a
because she said you were short. Oh, because that shit is dumb. That nigga's not pulling no gun out for that. It
no.
made more sense that he tried to take the gun from her and shot the bullets in the air. It makes more sense. It's dumb. Yes, it's dumb as shit. Why would you shoot the bullets in the air in that neighborhood? It makes no sense. But in a drunk state, you thought you thought this was a movie. You felt like you were invincible. You went to court and did the same shit. So I get it.
Rock Nation. No, I just had to get that out. That was funny, but no, but it was.
He played right into, and that's what made me give up. It's like you playing right into their hand, bro. Everything you doing is just not helping.
I know they wanted Rock Nation told her to do that. They was like, yeah, make bruh basically just this or this. So we don't gotta do too much. Don't even worry. Don't even worry about it. Trust me. He gonna tell on himself in a second. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna perp on the judge. And if you know the judicial system, they do not like when you try to perp out on them. You feel me?
And the craziest thing was they did a great job of making it seem like he was being arrogant when in all actuality he knew the truth.
He was the truth, bro.
That's what's fucked up. It's like a big gaslight screen on Tory Lanez. I ain't gonna hold you, and I'm not gonna sit here and argue it like he ain't did wild shit because
He's
I
guilty though.
disagree
You know
with
what I'm saying? He's guilty. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You
I
guilty.
disagree with like the August Alsina situation, the way he handled that. Like, I don't think he handled every situation properly, but like I said, I do feel like there should have been some slack cut because Meg was like, I wouldn't even have been there if it wasn't for you. I'm not a fan of blaming people for other people's actions, but from what it sounds like that night, everybody was doing everything just to keep that bitch calm. And he's the one that got fucked up for it.
He took.
Everybody was doing,
Yeah.
even like I said, even from EJ's story, even when Kelsey told her story, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's story was pretty much like Meg was doing too much, so we just gave her what she wanted. That's all it sounded like to me.
And she got what she wanted. You got a free jail card, free car, but you with
But karma's a bitch. I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. So it's gonna show up in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, I think it already is. She fell off. So let's get to that. Shake your ass. That's all she got left. That's all she got left.
Yeah.
Sorry. And the music is like this. I listen to her new shit. It's just like this.
Yeah, it's the same. It sounds the
Like
same.
her, the baby, little baby, all of them, like they're having this little point where 50 Cent talks about it a lot. He talk well, Lil Baby didn't have it at first. He was just making hit out the hit. I don't know. Now all they shit sound the same, which happens when you start going on tour. 50 Cent said, like, they'll have you on tour and doing shit so much, you don't get to live life. You feel what I'm saying? And he was like, but then they come back. This is 50 Cent's words. You know what I'm saying? He said, you'll come back and then they'll throw you in the studio to make you do an album as soon as you get on tour. And you're like, all I did was on a tour bus. That's it. I didn't live. So to all rappers out here, and that's why my homie told me, like, cuz like, hey, I want the old Pap Brady back. And I'm like, cuz that shit gone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't took vacation.
Go listen to him.
If you really listening to my real shit now, like even Les was saying that shit, she's like, nah, you living that shit. Like, I'm like, yeah, because I'm really experiencing shit. I'm living my life. Like, it becomes so much about business, you separate from your life. So they coming off tour and then they're not going on a vacation because you work for a job, basically. This is your job. So you can't just go on vacation. They're gonna be like, well, now I'm gonna make an album and a new single, and now you are the same cadence that you went on tour with. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why independent underground rappers always, you can grow better because you can live your fucking life. You feel what I'm saying? They make you think you need that price tag so you can get the Lamborghini when you could really just be living your life, having a good time and living your story. But before we go, though, you said something about rapping, about music. Get to that. Let's get to that.
I said I may be coming back. I may be doing it again. I may be.
What made you get this spark again?